from the Affordable Housing Board before selling their units. The committee supports this amendment, citing the concerns from the public that this provision on the Affordable Housing Act infringes on the constitutional right to property. By advocating for the removal of this requirement, the committee seeks to uphold property rights and ensure that homeowners have the freedom to manage and dispose their affordable housing units without unnecessary bureaucratic handles. Clause 63 proposes granting KRA access to personal data. The committee has raised concerns that this proposal does not meet the constitutional threshold outlined in Articles 31C and D of the Constitution of Kenya. Additionally, the committee notes that Section 51 of the Data Protection Act specifies conditions under which exemptions might be applicable. Moreover, Honorable Speaker, Section 60 of the Tax Procedures Act empowers the commissioner or authorized officers with a warrant to access any necessary data for administering tax laws. These considerations, therefore, shows the need for careful alignment with constitutional and legal provisions regarding privacy and data protection in implementing this proposal. The decline in levy collection, Speaker, continues to impact on highways, urban and rural roads. Recent heavy rains and flooding like El Nino have again further damaged our roads, and therefore they need to provide more resources, Honorable Speaker, through the appropriations to ensure that we have sufficient resources on the repair of our roads, and especially the low-volume seal roads. Mr. Speaker, exploring innovative approaches such as targeted initiatives, simplified tax processes, and enhanced taxpayer education can encourage voluntary compliance and broaden participation in the formal tax system. Bringing more Kenyans into the taxpayer fold, we align our tax revenue collection with economic expansion, enabling us to finance crucial investments in infrastructure, social programs, and sustainable development. Mr. Speaker, addressing these issues proactively and maintaining effective tax policies will strive to increase our tax revenue collection in line with our economic potential. This, Honorable Speaker, will strengthen our fiscal position, allowing for investment in key sectors such as social welfare programs and infrastructure development, fostering sustainable economic growth to benefit all Kenyans. Mr. Speaker, as we deliberate the Finance Bill of 2024, it is important to actually prioritize measures that will effectively expand our tax base and ensure revenue generation. This may involve innovative tax policy approaches such as incentivizing compliance, simplifying tax procedures, and overcoming barriers that hinder our revenue growth. Honorable Speaker, there are other two proposals that are very critical in this economy. One of them is the amendment on excise duty on cigarettes, where we are applying preferential rates per centiliter to filtered and unfiltered cigarettes. Honorable Speaker, we witnessed heartbreaking confessions of victims of throat cancer after 25 years of smoking. And this is because we were saying they started with the unfiltered cigarettes, then went to the filtered cigarette and spoke for 25 years. And as a result, Honorable Speaker, there has been demonstration globally that there is a direct relationship between cigarette smoking and many forms of cancer, especially throat and lung cancer. It has been demonstrated globally that changing tax regime or changing taxation on cigarettes actually impact the consumption of those services and has a subsequent impact on reduction of cancer cases. Honorable Speaker, on alcoholic beverages, Honorable Speaker, the proposed amendment to shift from taxation by volume to taxation by alcohol content is also a great welcome a policy idea and aligns with best practice global, Honorable Speaker. This means that alcoholic drinks that have higher alcohol content will have a higher excise duty than those alcoholic drinks that have lower alcohol content. This, Honorable Speaker, will not just make higher content alcohol more expensive, but most importantly, in the fight against illicit brews, ensure there is safer alcohol available to those that want to take alcohol. Because, Honorable Speaker, we have accepted as a country there are those that want to take and there are those that don't want to take. So those that want to take need to be given access to safe and affordable and healthy, and make sure that those others that do illicit, Honorable Speaker, are discouraged. As we robustly, Honorable Speaker, engage on the Convention about the Finance Bill and critique it, it must be realized that this bill aims to correct around 346 billion shillings only from a proposed 3.9 trillion shillings. We therefore request this House, our departmental committees and our oversight committees, and Kenyans in the public to interrogate the expenditure side of this budget as they are interrogating the financing side. This, Honorable Speaker, will lead to a more robust budget-making process, reduce or prevent budgeted